Hey, what's up, golfers? Welcome to the Myrtle Beach Golf Show here on the Myrtle Beach Golf Channel. Ed and I have the latest of what's happening here along the Grand Strand in the golf scene, as well as what's happening out on the pro scene. Hang around. We're going to be right back. We'll talk to you right after this.
Your best game is right around the corner. And whenever you find yourself with downtime, that's the time to get your game back up to par. Hone in your skills with expertise and equipment from the world's largest golf selection at PGA Tour Superstore.com.
All right, welcome back. Let's get into it. Ed, how you doing today, man?
I'm great, Jeff. How are you today?
I'm doing good, man. Just tickled to death to be here. Always good to be sitting here talking about golf, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, nothing better.
Sitting out here in front of the beautiful, spectacular Lockwood Folly golf.
Listen, I had the pleasure of going up there and playing with Dean Halderman. AJ and I went up and played with him. He's the pro. He's a new pro up there.
Okay.
Great guy, man. But I'm going to tell you what, that's some of the best scenery on the planet right there.
It is a beautiful, especially right there coming into the last couple holes and
you
around the clubhouse.
You got the waterway and the Lockwood Folly River or whatever that is out there, and the ocean coming together in one place, and a magnificent clubhouse there sitting under the big oak trees, and great place. Great.
Yeah.
A good place for a membership, by the way. There's a membership drive going on there.
Is there? Yeah. Tell
us
about
affordable membership. You should check it out.
Okay.
LockwoodFolly.com/membership. I know the guy that built the page.
You did. Well, my dad and I played up there a couple of years back, and we loved it. It was beautiful and just a fun place to go up and play. You got to work a little bit to find it, but it's well worth the drive up there.
It's not a bad drive, really.
It's not a bad drive. No, it's just kind of up, just a little north of Charlotte, and then you head out towards the beach and wind out through there. It's very scenic. And
Varnum Town.
I
think that's technically where it is, but I never heard of Varnum Town until I went to Lockwood Folly, and there's a sign that says Varnum Town city limits or town limits or something like that.
And they're great to us here at the First Tee too. That we've had some programs out there, and they've been a great supporter of the First Tee. So we shout out and thank the guys up there at Lockwood Folly, and they do so much for us up there. From helping us with the facility at Shingali to hosting some programs to coaches. We've got several of our coaches from out there at Lockwood Folly. So thank you to all the folks out there at Lockwood Folly for all you do for the First Tee. Speaking of First Tee, we've got our big Barefoot Teen Center tournament coming up here on August 14th, so it's starting to fill up a little bit. So there is still room for you to get in. There's still some room for a couple of sponsors. We just signed up Eggs Up Grill is going to sponsor the carts, so they'll be sponsoring all the golf carts for us out there.
You got me down for sponsoring the long drive.
Got you sponsoring the long drive. Yep. I was just talking to Carolyn to get some certificates, so you got to figure out certificates for next. That's going to be next year, right?
Yeah.
So,
they could have their choice if they want. I think if
we only got a month left this year.
Yeah, but they could get in there, last chance qualifier. Hey, if they win it and they want to play, we're going to put them in the tournament.
We'll get them in there to play.
Yeah,
all right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, so we're looking forward to that. We've got I think 15 or 20 teams so far. So last year I think we ended up with 24 teams. So we're hoping to beat that this year. So if you haven't had a chance to commit, come on out. It's going to be on the Love Course, 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. So it should be a beautiful afternoon out there.
Where do they sign up?
They can sign up right at the First Tee, coastalcarolinas.org. Go to the events page and click there, or actually I don't have the poster with me, or I could show you give you the QR code, and it'll take you right to our sign-up page as well. So, we'd love to have you out there. You guys, you're not going to be able to make it out though this year, are you?
Probably not. Got an event the 13th, but I might be able to make it.
So guess who I'm playing with?
Who are you playing with?
Playing with our boy Bronson.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Cool.
And two of his friends.
Very cool. That's him calling right now.
His friend that was going to play with us.
Yeah.
I think Maddox. He's going to play, and then he's got one of his other friends that's going to join us.
Oh, so very cool.
I got a team that got sponsored, so we're going to bring the kids out and have a great time with them out there on the Love Course. So.
Well, one thing about Bronson, he's a player. He'll pick you up if you need it.
He can hit it. So I'm looking forward to playing with him out there, and we'll have fun anyway. So we'll have a good time. So yeah, again, sign up if you want, if you can. Fall programming is also open. Registration for our fall programs, they start the last week of August, and you can register for your kids for programming. Kids from 7 to 17 from Georgetown County all the way up to Brunswick County, and then if you're up in the north area in Carteret, Pimlico, or Craven County, you can sign up the kids up there as well. So programs basically 6 days a week, and they're all over the counties. So make sure you sign up for the location that's closest to you. So that's one of the things we've been able to do is expand programming and bring it to the people so that we have programs close to wherever you live. And if we don't, let us know, and we'll work on trying to get one a little bit closer to you. So,
yeah, man, yeah. You know, we've had a little rain here around the Grand Strand lately. And
it has been raining.
The courses are green.
Everything's green.
Grass is growing. You know, it's a little hot, a little humid, but we love that here.
Yeah, absolutely. I played Tidewater this last weekend, and it was in great shape out there. The little gnats were out, though. It was a little buggy out there this weekend, but the course was in great shape, and we had a good time out there. And it's a great time to play.
I learned a trick for the gnats.
You did? What's that?
Yeah, the starter up at Crown Park told me.
Okay.
A dryer sheet.
A dryer sheet. I have heard that before.
Take a dryer sheet, rub it on your hat, rub it on your ears. They won't bother you. They don't.
It was my ankles that they were really chewing up.
Well, listen, rub it on your ankles. Yeah. Yeah, you can use a dryer sheet anywhere, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, but that's what we've got going on. First tee, we've got our 2 FGTs. It'll be later this fall, so we'll have more information as we get a little closer to those. But that's a great opportunity. You get a chance to play three adults with one of the kids in each group. So we pair up one of the kids and they play with you. And that's, those will be coming up in October and November. October at the Grand Dunes Members Club. Yep. In November, we'll be up at St. James Plantation. We'll have 2 of the courses up there at St. James Plantation.
So on the long drive side, locally, okay, August is League Championship month.
Yep.
Okay, so we got League Championships happening all across the United States, and people are getting qualified for the National Championship, which is September 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st out at Barefoot Resort. That's Sunday through Wednesday. Going to be doing our welcome party at Grand Strand Brewing this year.
Oh, cool.
How cool is that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Clayton and the guys, they stepped up and want to do that. That's awesome. For those that might be interested in taking a shot at long drive, you can still make the National Championship this year. We've got a PGA Superstore event coming up. I forgot the date. It's on the calendar. Then our league championship is August 27th at Barefoot. Okay, so you could play either one of those and still manage to possibly get into the national championship. You play on both, you got a real good shot of getting in the national championship. If you don't make those and you still want to try your shot at the national championship, we got a last chance qualifier.
There you go.
We want everybody to play. So the schedule will be going up this week, the detailed schedule on when everybody plays. But basically, generally, it's going to be the young people and old people are going to play on Sunday. We start with the youth, and then we'll do the super seniors. Then we'll have Monday will be the next oldest people, and then we'll work our way down to the open division, which we'll finish up on Wednesday. But we're going to have a big event. It's going to be a huge event out there for the 2022 Amateur Long Drive National Championship. Everybody from here will be qualifying for the Ultimate Long Drive World Championship, which is down at Lakewood Ranch at Premier Sports Complex. Yeah, I do too. That's October 27th through the 30th. So that's my long drive pitch for this show.
There you go. And if you want more information, check out Smash Factor.
Yeah.
Everything and anything you want to know about long drive, check out the Smash Factor.
Yeah, it's right here on Wingding TV. Yeah, the ultimatelongdrive.com. You got the details. Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about the PGA Tour when we come back. We'll be right back after this with your tour information.
Got it.
Introducing the Myrtle Beach Golf Trail, a new way to experience golf in Myrtle Beach. With over 20 courses to choose from, there's a perfect golf vacation waiting for you. Find the trail that's best for you at myrtlebeachgolftrail.com today.
Hi, I'm Nikki Hawks with 360 Bands. You've probably heard about the importance of adding resistance bands to your workout. Athletes everywhere are using resistance bands as an important part of their fitness plan. There's no quicker and safer way to gain strength, speed, flexibility, agility, and stability than with the use of resistance bands. We've taken a proven science and actually made it better with our grips. At 360 Bands, we're all about the grips. Click the link below to order your 360 Bands today.
Hi, this is David Wolfenden, creator of 360 Bands. Thanks a lot for checking out our website and our product. We'd love to hear from you.
Your best game is right around the corner. And whenever you find yourself with downtime, that's the time to get your game back up to par. Honing your skills with expertise and equipment from the world's largest golf selection at PGA Tour Superstore.com.
All right, we're back here on the Myrtle Beach Golf Show. Jeff and I, and look at that shirt you got on.
Hey man,
you got the goat shirt going on there, huh?
Going on here today. I'm not sure what that means. Goat.
Well, the goat definitely means Tiger Woods, and he was in the news.
Greatest of all time, right?
The greatest of all time.
Yeah.
So, reportedly, according to Greg Norman, they offered him $700 to $800 million to sign on with Liv. So he turned it down. I just don't think he's ready to play and commit to playing 14 events. They did sign Bubba Watson. He's going to be at the Boston event as a non-playing captain. I guess he's still on the injured list, so he's hurt, not going to be able to play, but he is going to be captain. He's got a new team logo, and so he's going to be taking over one of the current teams, renaming it, and he'll be the new captain of that team there. So Live Tour, Henrik Stenson was the winner this week. He shot 11 under par. Matt Wolff, so his game's starting to come back together a little bit out there, and Dustin Johnson finished second, and of course the Four Aces won their second team event in a row, so they finished in the
I like that team event thing.
Yeah, team event's really cool. Keeps everybody interested. It was really interesting. I was watching the second day, and it was back and forth. So it is. It's an interesting format. It's fun. Keeps people interested when one guy's running away. Actually, the individual competition was really close this time, and I think you had the cream rose to the top here, just like it did. On the PGA Tour event, you had the top three players on the PGA Tour event this week. Tony Finau won back-to-back this week. Cameron Young was finished up there in the top three. The cream rose to the top there as well. So this week here is the last week of the regular season. I wasn't sure if the Wyndham was part of the playoffs yet, but it is not. This will be the last regular season event, and then next week the playoffs will kick off. But again, a little bit of a Will Zalatoris, Kevin Kisner, Siwoo Kim, Russell Henley, Sungjae Im, and Billy Horschel. I mean, that's your power players for this week. Again, not a super strong field. Kind of go these 3 weeks, but everybody will be out next week for the playoffs. The playoffs get started, and we'll see how that all goes. You get 3 weeks of playoffs. They narrow it down to get them all over to East Lake. But they're not playing in Charlotte this week. They're playing up in Greensboro.
Okay.
So they're playing in Greensboro this weekend at Sedgewood. At the Sedgefield Country Club, which is a beautiful track up in Greensboro, North Carolina. So if you're in the Carolinas here, you want to go up and see, I'm sure you can still get tickets last minute up there and get in to see the guys play this weekend. So,
hey, I got a question back to the Live Tour.
Okay.
I'm still figuring this out.
I think they are too.
They're gonna fill 48 players, right?
They are,
and they've recruited more than 48 now.
Well, they're still recruiting. They haven't kind of finalized their 48.
But I mean, they have more than 48, so there are people on the bench.
There are some people that have
Yeah.
that have gone back on the bench. Most of the ones that I've seen so far have gone back. They still have status on the DP World Tour,
Yeah.
or they've gone back to the Asian Tour. A couple of them were amateurs that just that were playing as amateurs, so they're still competing as amateurs, and their amateur status hasn't been affected by any of this. And then you've got some folks, that were on the mini tours. There are a couple of guys that finished last in the first event. They weren't on any particular tour. They were on the minor league tour. So none of them have really lost any major status yet.
So
I don't think there's enough guys from the PGA Tour that will get affected.
Yeah, that's where I was going. So ultimately, I mean, the goal is to have the top 48 golfers in the world playing.
Ideally, that would be their goal.
So I mean, if they've got 60 of the top golfers in the world there, and some of those guys left the PGA Tour to come to the Live Tour, and they get benched, what do they do?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the question. I don't think we're going to get to that point. You've got some guys that are so solid that they're going to stay in PGA Tour.
Yep.
You got guys that are, that have already made the leap. And then you've got probably, I think it'll be interesting after the playoffs are done, because I think there's going to be another 5 or 6, 7, 8 guys that go take the money. And then you're going to have a really big divide in the top 50 players in the world, because you're going to see some good players, I think, go after the playoffs. They've got $30 million up for grabs at the Tour Championship. So if they win the FedEx Cup, that's $30 million, and I'd keep playing for that and then grab my other money afterwards. So I think that's what you're going to see.
Sense, yeah.
Some of the top guys that expressed an interest in going over there doing. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see, and then what they're going to do is they're going to settle out on who their 48 players are, and then they'll probably all have one bench player in case somebody gets hurt or somebody has a conflict that comes up. But they're committed to playing in those 14 events next year. If they sign that contract, they got to play those 14 events. Now they don't have to play any other week of the year, or if they can qualify for the majors, they will, hopefully. But I think there's going to be some compromise coming up too once that dust settles after the next 10 or 12 guys go.
Have to be,
then they'll kind of have their roster. Ideally, I think when a big compromise comes all together, you're going to take and have 18 or 20 events that are going to be the premier tournaments of the year. You'll have the majors will be a part of that, and I think a world tour is going to be a good thing. And you're going to have hopefully the top 48 or 60 players in the world playing in that format. Now, whether they go to compromise and give up the 54 holes and go to 72 holes, that's to be seen. So, but 54 holes. The cream rose to the top this week, just like it did on the PGA Tour. The best 3 players finished 1, 2, 3. Patrick Cantley was the one I was trying to think of finished second. So those were the top 3 players in the field: Finau, Cantley, and Cam Young. So they finished 1, 2, 3, and I think you could arguably say the top 3 players on the Live Tour, and Stenson, DJ, and Matt Wolff, they finish at the top of the leaderboard there too. So, no matter what you do in golf, the cream is always going to rise to the top. You're going to have somebody that's going to, have a career week and sneak up in there. And you've got a lot of these events now that don't have these guys playing, like this week, where you've got a chance to really sneak up and steal an event. And, what that does is gives you 2 years of being able to go out there and play free, because you've got your card locked up. You're not trying to make a cut. You're not trying to, survive and make that money list line for the year. So, a win goes a long ways out there on the tour. So,
cool stuff. Well, that's a pretty good wrap up of the golf here and there this week. I appreciate all you folks tuning in, and I always appreciate the information. We're brought to you here by the Wingding streaming platform. We do all kinds of things on Wingding, golf and motorsports and cooking and politics coming. Yeah, it's bound to happen, right? Sooner or later. Lots of cool things happening there. Come check us out. You go to wingding.tv and see the website and see what's going on. You can download the app from your iPhone or Google Play Store. You can get us on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. We got content on iTunes, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, YouTube, Facebook. It's out there. If you've got content that you'd like to have distributed, send us a sizzle, send us something. We'll take a look at it, see if it fits. We'd love to have you. Until next week, Ed.
Yeah, we do live events as well.
So we do live events.
Make sure you and if you'd like to sponsor the show, we've got a couple. We still have room for a couple more sponsors here on our show.
Yep.
We would love to have you. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, reach out and contact us through Wingding TV at Myrtle Beach Golf Show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
all right, folks. Till next week, hit them straight. See ya.
Welcome to Wingding. With a variety of services to offer, we are an end-to-end one-stop shop for digital media production and distribution. Our company originated in podcasting, video production, and digital marketing space, affording us a solid background for growing your brand through media distribution. Contact us at wingding.tv so we can do what we do for you.